Extra point splits the offense, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. He hits Adams complete. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards. Looking to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what they're doing.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Rams are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on second and 8. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Now Cook running right. Up past the 30, second down coming up. The U&I partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a 1-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Johnson. On the move past the 40. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A give. This is Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence steps away to his left. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
But that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Back to throw. And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Rakusin. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect we'll go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Second and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 39 yards there, a big one. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Christian Kirk in the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And how about this one out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On second down, it's Cook again. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They run it again with Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. run, got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the middle with Cook. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Lawrence to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken a 5-touchdown lead. After right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes it at the 7. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now back to throw. It's caught here by Adams.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, a touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Texans are able to claw one back. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. He's got a man. Complete. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been going back to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon here, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going right back to Dodson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, he'll drop to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 75.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Handoff comes to Cook. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half is pretty...
They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to throw now on first down. Going up top. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They're going to look to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
So crisis averted, but now facing third and goal.
Back to throw here. And now here's another interception.
And the Rams are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Again, it's Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And completes it to... And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Rams come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the time as this one ends up. Understandably so. Now maybe they'll get the win. Their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for L.A.,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
Spent your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat gon' have no time for cold cuts. The game like big pitch came to Jonah. Yeah, I'm still independent, ain't sold a million records.